Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So, this opening of bids is again conducted pursuant to sections 58 and 59 of the IRR of RA 12009, and that this opening of bids is video recorded and live streamed in our official YouTube channel pursuant to section 38 of the same IRR and DPWH DEO number 6 series of 2024. Mr. Chair, you may begin.
Thank you. The opening of bids for 26 IG 0025 to 26 IG 0040 is hereby called to order at time 10:08 in the morning, June 16, 2026, bidding room, Procurement Building, this office. Secretariat, please conduct the roll call.
Yes, Mr. Chair. So for the record, please say present and raise your right hand once your name is called to acknowledge your attendance and to determine whether a quorum is established. For the Bids and Awards Committee, the chairperson, Engineer Junsit C. Sabilino. The vice chairperson, Engineer Delphine Eloy Jr.
Present.
For the record, he is our presiding officer for this opening of bids. Also have regular members, Engineer Binivici Orapa, Engineer Avelina D. Mulabola, and Engineer Jeffrey F. Ritana. We also have provisional members, Engineer Mike J. Pilola, and Engineer Sam John C. Catolico. For the technical working group, we have the head, Engineer Karen Joy G. Ramos, and the members, Engineer Noel A. Cornetes, Mrs. Flor Delis A. Castro, and Engineer Mary Desiree M. Velasco. For the secretariat, yours truly, Engineer Emmanuel Marisacro. We have the procurement staff, Engineer Azilem Dacera, Ms. Maria Dubibian A. Loreto, Mrs. Remedios B. Ginguni, Mr. Mark Antonio Averilla, and Mr. Carlos C. Diaz. For the observers, Mr. Chair, we have duly invited them in writing, but presently none attended in person, and there are no representatives from our participating bidders. So as of the roll call, 6 out of 7 members of the committee are present. A quorum hereby exists. That's all, Mr. Chair.
The bank shall proceed as a collegial body, and the Secretariat is directed to record actions, questions, clarifications, motions, and agreements per procurement project, per contract ID. Secretariat, please read the agenda.
Yes, Mr. Chair. So for this opening of bids, the following are the agenda items. Agenda 1, call to order. Agenda 2, opening and preliminary examination of bids. Agenda 3, reading of bids and approved budget for the contract. Agenda 4, comments or reactions from our bidders, back members, PWG, and other personnel present. And lastly, Agenda 5 is the adjournment. That's all, Mr. Chair.
May I hear a motion to adopt the agenda as read?
Motion to adopt the agenda, Mr. Chair.
Second motion.
Any objection?
None, Mr. Chair.
There being none, the agenda is adopted. To agenda 2. Before we open any bids, let us place on record the status of bid submission. The deadline for submission and receipt of bids was at 9 a.m. 10 a.m.
June 16.
on June 16, 2026 at bidding room building as stated in the invitation to bid and bidding documents. The BAC through the BAC Secretariat received bids only up to the stated deadline as evidenced by the date and timestamp received by BAC Secretariat. No bid submitted after the deadline was accepted. Any attempted late submission, if any, shall be recorded in the minutes with the bidder's name, representative, and time of attempted submission. For the guidance of everyone under Agenda 2, we will complete the opening and preliminary examination, the first technical envelopes for contract IDs before proceeding to Agenda 3. We will take up the contracts one at a time. For each contract ID, the Secretariat will report the date, time, and how many bids will receive and from whom. The procurement unit staff will retrieve the envelopes of that contract ID from the bid box and hand them to the TWG. The TWG will open only the first technical envelopes and conduct the manual preliminary examination using the checklist and the non-discretionary pass-fail criteria. For civil works, the Secretariat shall conduct the CWA electronic processing and print the generated result. The TW's recommendation shall be limited to the manual preliminary examination of the documents actually submitted in the first technical envelope. And for civil works, the CWA result shall be separately read and reconciled for back action, and the second financial envelope shall remain unopened until Agenda 3. Secretariat kindly summarize the eligibility processing under DPWH Department Order Number 164 Series of 2025 and the rules in case of discrepancy between the bidders' submitted documents and the results of the CWA.
Yes, Mr. Chair, so for this procurement, it covers civil works, so we will be using the civil works application pursuant to DEO number 164 series of 2025. So after the first or technical envelope is opened, the BAC will conduct the manual preliminary examination of the submitted bids, and simultaneously, the Secretariat will conduct the electronic eligibility processing through the civil works application. If the CWA result is already available, it shall be read into record together with the manual preliminary examination findings of the PWG. If the CWA is not yet available, the BAC will proceed to the first technical envelope of the next bidder or the next contract if the CWA result is not yet available. The CWA electronic eligibility is not an additional control in the eligibility process. It does not replace the manual preliminary examination of the first technical envelope by the technical working group. If the bidder submitted their documents in the first technical envelope that are not yet reflected in the CWA, specifically the legal documents, the BAC may direct the Secretariat to facilitate the request for unlocking. For the record, the CWA unlocking or reprocessing may be based only on the documents timely submitted and attached in their first envelope or the bidder's first envelope. It shall not be used to accept, substitute, or cure a document that was not submitted late or was patently insufficient during the bid document. So once the CWA record is updated and reprocessed, the resulting electronic eligibility results shall govern the bidder's final eligibility for the civil works. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Secretariat. We now take up contract ID number 26IG0035, construction of road, Barangay Santa Paz, Station 3+133 to 3+533, Matalom, Leyte. Secretariat, please project the checklist for this contract ID and state how many bids were received and from whom.
Yes, Mr. Chair. So for this contract ID 26IG0035, we have already projected the checklist on the screen. And as of the deadline for the submission of bids, the Secretariat received 3 bids from the following participating bidders. Number 1, JQD Construction and General Services, received today at 8:10 a.m. Vigos Construction Corporation, received today at 9:20 a.m. and Samarinian Construction and Development Corporation, received today at 9:45 a.m. No other bids were received for this contract, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Secretariat, please retrieve all bid envelopes with the contract ID and hand them to the PWG.
Mr. Chair, for the record, the bid envelopes handed to us corresponds to bidders identified with the Secretariat with the contract ID and with the back Secretariat stamp.
PWG, please open the first technical envelope, each bidder, announce the required documents and state check not submitted or with deficiency. Secretariat kindly record the findings in the checklist on screen in the minutes.
For JQD Construction and General Services, the first or the technical envelope for contract ID number 26IG0035. We will now examine the following against the checklist of the required documents. Belgians valid until March 5, 2027. Check. DPI valid until November 28. Check. Business permit valid until December 31, 2026. Check. Tax clearance valid until November 6, 2026. Check. NFCC check. List of ongoing projects check. SLCC check. ECAP valid until May 25, 2028 check. ESG check. Organizational chart check. Contractor certification and key personnel for the contract check. List of contractors major construction and laboratory equipment units to be assigned to the contract check. List of minimum materials statement check. Omnibus source statement check. Financial statement check. And yes. Mr. Chair, for JQD Construction General Services, the technical envelope was examined against the checklist and found to be complete and in order. The DPWH therefore initially recommends that JQD Construction and General Services be declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass in the manual preliminary examination of the first or the technical envelope for this contract ID, subject to the result of TWA electronic eligibility.
Secretariat, for the record, what is the status of the CWA electronic eligibility processing for the contract ID number 26 IG 0035? Not yet. Okay. Oh, baliktad. Ha? Not yet, one, not yet.
Mr. Chair, as per my update earlier, the CWA processing is not yet complete as of this time.
Okay, thank you. Secretariat. The box of record at TW's manual preliminary examination, recommendation at the stage for civil works, any manual pass or fail recommendation remains subject to reconciliation with the CWA electronic eligibility result once available. To avoid delay and consistent with the original agenda flow, we shall proceed with the first technical envelopes of next contract ID. We will return to the contract ID for immediately once the CWA result becomes available or once the back refers our point action.
For Vigos Construction Corporation, the first and the technical envelope for contract ID number 26 IG 0035, we will now examine the following against checklist of the required documents. Belgians valid until April 13, 2027. DTI check. Mayor's business permit, mayor's permit or business permit valid until December 31, 2026, check. Tax clearance valid until May 13, 2027, check. Pickup license valid until July 29, 2026, check. List of all ongoing government and private projects, check. SLCC, check. Audited financial statement, check. NFCC, check. DSD, check. Organizational chart, check. List of K personnel, check. List of contractors, major construction and laboratory units to be assigned to the contract, check. GIS, check. List of contractors, minimum material testing equipment units to be assigned to the contract, check. Omnibus one statement, check. Mr. Chair, for Bigos Construction Corporation, the technical envelope was examined against the checklist and found to be complete and in order. The BAC DPWH therefore initially recommends that Bigos to be checked.
Thank you, TWG. Next bidder, please.
For Samarinian Construction and Development Corporation, the first or the technical envelope for contract ID number 26IG0035, we will now examine the following against the checklist of the required documents. Bill Jeps valid until April 19, 2027, check. Mayor's business permit valid until December 31, 2026, check. Tax clearance valid until September 18, 2026, check. Audited financial statement, check. Statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, check. SLCC, check. Pickup license valid until April 24, 2028, check. BSD, check. Organizational chart, check. List of contractors pay personnel, check. List of contractors major construction and laboratory unit to be assigned to the contract, check. Omnibus source statement, check. NFCC, check. List of contractors minimum material listing equipment, check. Certificate of Incorporation. And GIS check. Set check. Mr. Chair, for Samarillion Construction and Development Corporation, the technical envelope was examined against the check found to complete the legal order. DPWH therefore initially recommends that Samarillion Construction and Development Corporation be declared compliant with the technical requirements in rated pass in the manual preliminary examination of the first or the technical envelope of the scholar ID, subject to the result of the CWA electronic.
Thank you, TWG. Secretariat, for the record, what is the status again of the CWA electronic eligibility processing?
Unfortunately, Mr. Chair, as of this time, the electronic eligibility processing is still ongoing and the result is not yet available.
Okay, thank you, Secretariat. We now take up next contract ID number 26 IG 0036. Construction of road Barangay Odiongan. Station 2+130 to 2+496 Abuyog, Leyte. Secretariat, please project the checklist for this contract ID and state how many bids were received and from whom.
Yes, Mr. Chair, so for this contract ID 26 IG 0036, for the record, the Secretariat received 3 bids from the following participating bidders. Escape Construction received today at 8:15 a.m. IDA Junior Builders and Construction Supply received today at 9:10 a.m. and Vigos Construction Corporation received today at 9:20 a.m. No other bids were received for the contract, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. Secretariat, please retrieve all bid envelopes for this contract ID and hand them to the TWG.
Construction. ADA
Mr. Chair, for the record, we confirm that the bid envelope handed to us corresponds to bidders identified in the Secretariat for this contract ID and with the back Secretariat receives it.
TWG, please open the first technical envelope of each bidder. Announce the required documents, state, check, not submitted, or with deficiency. Secretariat, any record of findings, the checklist on screen and in the minutes.
For a cafe construction for the person, the technical envelope of contract ID number 26 ID 0036. We will now examine the following required. Pilgrims valid until July 9, 2026. All ongoing and not yet started awarded government authority contract check. As of like DPI was until July 29. Income license valid until April 12, 2029 check. Tax clearance valid until June 1, 2027, check. Business permit valid until December 31, 2026, check. Audited financial statement. Filed on May 9, 2026, check. NFCC, check. ESG. Organizational chart, check. Contractors certification and paid personnel for the contract, check. Fees of contractors, nature, construction, and laboratory equipment assigned to the contract, check. List of minimum material testing equipment, check. Omnibus warrant statement, check. For 8 escape construction, the technical envelope was examined against the checklist and found to be complete and in order. The bank DPWH therefore initially recommends that 8 escape construction be declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass in the manual preliminary examination of the first or the technical envelope for this contract ID, subject to the result of the DWA electronic eligibility check.
Okay, thank you, TWG. Next, bidder.
For IDA junior builders and construction supply. The first of the technical envelope for contract ID number 26 I30036. We will now examine the following against the checklist of the required documents. Bill JEPS valid until June 20, 2026. Check. Statement of all ongoing government and private contract, check. SLCC, check. PCAP valid until May 20, 2029, check. BSD. Organizational chart, check. List of contractors paid personnel to be assigned to the contract, check. List of contractors major construction and laboratory equipment, check. List of contractors materials testing equipment units to be assigned to the contract, check. Omnibus warrant statement, check. Audited financial statement, check. NFCC, check. BTI, check. Vigor's business permit valid until December 21, 2026, check. Tax clearance valid until December 10, 2026. Check. For IDA Junior Builders and Construction Supply, the technical envelope was examined against the checklist and found to be complete and in order. The DPWH therefore initially recommends that IDA Junior Builders and Construction Supply be declared compliant with the technical requirements rated pass in the manual preliminary examination of the first or the technical envelope for this contract ID, subject to the result of the DPWH electronic.
Okay, thank you, Head TWG. Next bidder, please.
For Vigos Construction Corporation. The first or the technical envelope for contract ID number 36IG0036. We will now examine the following against the checklist with the required documents. Belgiums valid until April 13, 2027. Check. Check. Business permit valid until December 31, 2026. Check. Tax clearance valid until May 13, 2027. Check. Pickup valid until July 29, 2026. Check. The ongoing government and private construction contract. Check. SLCC. Check. Audited financial statement. Check. NFCC. Check. BSD. Check. Organizational chart. Check. List of pay personnel. Check. List of contractors, major equipment included. Check. DIS. Check. List of minimum material listing equipment. Check. Omnibus form statement. Check. For Vigos Construction Corporation, the technical envelope was examined against the checklist and found to be complete and in order. The DPWH therefore initially recommends that Vigos Construction Corporation be declared compliant with the technical requirements and will get passed the small preliminary examination of the first or the technical envelope for this contract ID, subject to the result of the CWA electronic.
Thank you, Head TWG. Secretariat, at least the status of the CWA eligibility screening.
For the record, Mr. Chair, the electronic eligibility processing for contract IDs 26IG 0035 and 36 are already completed, and the results are printed for your reference, Mr. Chair.
Okay. For record, I will now read the CWA electronic eligibility result for contract ID number 26IG 0035, construction of road, Barangay Santa Paz, Station 3+133 to 3+533, Matalom, Leyte. For GQD Construction and General Services, pickup license valid until June 30, 2027. Pickup registration valid until May 25, 2028. Work experience passed in FCC passed. For Submarinian Construction and Development Corporation, pickup license valid until October 7, 2026. Pickup registration valid until April 24, 2028. Work experience passed in FCC passed. For Vicos Construction Corporation, pickup license valid until January 25, 2027. Pickup registration valid until July 29, 2026. Work experience passed in FCC passed. For GQD Construction and General Services, Mayor's Permit valid until December 31, 2026. DTI SEC CDA valid until November 28, 2029. BIR Tax Clearance Certificate valid until November 26, 2026. And PhilJEPS registration valid until March 5, 2027. And for Submarinian Construction and Development Corporation, Mayor's Permit valid until December 31, 2026. DTI SEC CDA valid until February 15, 2067. BIR Tax Clearance Certificate valid until September 18, 2026. And PhilJEPS registration valid until April 19, 2027. For Vicos Construction, Mayor's Permit valid until December 31, 2026. DTI SEC CDA valid until June 22, 2044. BIR Tax Clearance Certificate valid until May 13, 2027. And PhilJEPS registration valid until April 13, 2027.
For Mr. Chair, for the record, the results that you read was for contract ID 26 IG 0035.
Okay, thank you, Secretariat. For Escape Construction, the TWG earlier recommended that the bidder be declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass in the manual preliminary examination. The CWA result likewise shows the bidder is eligible. The matter is referred to back for action. May I hear a motion to declare Escape Construction compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass for the first technical envelope for contract ID number 26 IG 0035. Any objection?
None, Mr. Chair.
There being none, motion is carried. Accordingly, Escape Construction is declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass. Its second financial envelope shall remain sealed for now and shall be opened for Agenda 3. For IDA Junior Builders and Construction Supply, the TWG earlier recommended that the bidder be declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass in the manual preliminary examination. The CW result likewise shows the bidder is eligible. The matter is referred to the back for action. May I hear a motion to declare IDA Junior Builders and Construction Supply compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass for the first technical envelope for contract ID number 26 IG 0035.
Second.
Any objection?
None, Mr. Chair.
There being none, motion is carried. For Vigos Construction and Development Corporation, the TWG earlier recommended the bidder be declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass in the manual preliminary examination. The CWA result likewise shows the bidder as eligible. The matter is referred to the back for action. May I hear a motion to declare Vigos Construction compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass for the first technical envelope for contract ID number 0035.
So move, Mr. Chair.
Any objection?
None, Mr. Chair.
There being none, motion is carried. Accordingly, Vigos Construction is declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass. Its second financial envelope shall remain sealed for now and shall be open for Agenda 3.
Last bid, Mr. Chair.
For the record, I will now read the CWA electronic eligibility result for contract ID number.
Sa Marinia, Mr. Chair.
Sa Marina.
Yes.
Ang ito ka na ni.
No, first contract, Mr. Chair, for 2000.
Sa Marina. For Samarinian Construction, the TWG earlier recommended that the bidder be declared compliant with the technical requirements of rated pass in the manual preliminary examination. The CWA result likewise shows the bidder is eligible. The matter is referred to the back for action. May I hear a motion to declare Samarinian Construction and Development Corporation compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass for the first technical envelope for contract ID number 026IG 0035.
You can.
Any objection?
None, Mr. Chair.
There being none, the motion is carried. Accordingly, Samarinian Construction and Development Corporation is declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass. Its second financial envelope shall remain sealed for now and shall be open for Agenda 3. So, for the record, I will now read the CWA electronic eligibility result for contract ID number 26IG 0036, Construction Abroad, Barangay Odiongan, Station 2 plus 130, 2 plus 496, Abuyog, Leyte. For IDA Junior Builders and Construction Supply, pickup license valid until July 29, 2027. Pickup registration valid until May 20, 2029. Work experience pass. NFCC pass. Mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2026. DTI SEC CDA valid until February 20, 2030. BIR tax clearance certificate valid until December 10, 2026. And PhilJEP's registration valid until June 20, 2026. For Escape Construction, pickup license valid until March 9, 2027. Pickup registration valid until April 12, 2029. Work experience pass. NFCC pass. Mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2026. DTI SEC CDA valid until July 26, 2029. BIR tax clearance certificate June 1, 2027. And PhilJEP's registration valid until June 9, 2027. For Vigos Construction, pickup license valid until January 25, 2027. Pickup registration valid until July 29, 2026. Work experience pass. NFCC pass. Mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2026. DTI SEC CDA valid until June 22, 2044. BIR tax clearance certificate valid until May 13, 2027. And PhilJEP's decision valid until April 13, 2027. So, For Escape Construction, the DPWH earlier recommended that the bidder be declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass in a manual preliminary examination. The CWA result likewise shows the bidder is eligible. The matter is referred to the back for action. May I hear a motion to declare Escape Construction compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass for the first technical envelope for contract ID number 26 IG 0036.
Second motion.
Any objection?
None, Mr. Chair.
There being none, motion is carried. Accordingly, Escape Construction is declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass. Each second financial envelope shall remain sealed for now and shall be opened under Agenda 3. For IDA Junior Builders and Construction Supply, the TWG earlier recommended that the bidder be declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass in the manual preliminary examination. The CWA result likewise shows the bidder as eligible. The matter is referred to the back for action. May I hear a motion to declare IDA Junior Builders and Construction Supply compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass for the first technical envelope for contract ID number 26 IG 0036.
So made.
Second, Mr. Chair.
Any objection?
None, Mr. Chair.
There being none, motion is carried. Accordingly, IDA Junior Builders and Construction Supply is declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass. Each second financial envelope shall remain sealed for now and shall be opened under Agenda 3. For Vigos Construction Corporation, the TWG earlier recommended that the bidder be declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass in the manual preliminary examination. The CWA result likewise shows the bidder as eligible. The matter is referred to the back for action. May I hear a motion to declare Vigos Construction Corporation compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass for the first technical envelope for contract ID number 26 IG 0036.
So moved.
Second, Mr. Chair.
Any objection?
None, Mr. Chair.
There being none, the motion is carried. Accordingly, Vigos Construction Corporation is declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass. Each second financial envelope shall remain sealed for now and shall be opened for Agenda 3. We now take up contract ID number 26 IG 0037. The construction abroad, Kilim-Sitio Tipay, package 7, station 5 plus 425 to 6 plus 170, Baybay City, Leyte. Secretariat, please project the checklist for this contract ID and state how many bids were received and from whom.
Yes, Mr. Chair. So for the record, for contract ID 26IG 0037, the Secretariat received 3 bids from the following participating bidders, namely CNE Construction, received today at 8:40 a.m. Vigos Construction Corporation, received today at 9:20 a.m. and Samarinian Construction and Development Corporation, received today at 9:45 a.m. These bids or the bid envelopes, Mr. Chair, were stamped received by the Secretariat, and no bids were received aside from these 3, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Secretariat. Please retrieve all bid envelopes from this contract ID and hand them to the TWG.
Mr. Chair, for the record, we confirm that the bid envelopes handed to us corresponds to bidders identified by the Secretariat with its contract ID and with the back Secretariat.
TWG, please open the first technical envelope for each bidder and announce the required documents and state check not submitted or with deficiency. Secretariat can record the findings in the checklist on screen and in the minutes.
For C&E construction, the first or the technical envelope for contract ID number 36003. We will now respond to the following again to check each the required element. Bills book. Valid until March 1987. Treatment of all of the projects for SLCC. Income license, but until June 27, DTI valid until February 4, 2029, child. ISO certificate check. Tax clearance valid until January 27, child. Business permit valid until December 31, 2026, check. Audited financial statement filed last April 19, 2025, check. NFCC, check. BSD, check. Organizational chart, check. Contractor certificate of the personnel, check. Fees of contractors major construction and laboratory equipment assigned to the contract, check. List of contractors laboratory minimum material equipment, check. Omnibus or statement, check. For CNE construction, the technical envelope was examined against the checklist and found to be compliant and in order. The DPWH therefore initially recommends that CNE construction be declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass in the manual preliminary examination of the first envelope for this contract ID, subject to the result of DPWH electronic signature.
Thank you, DPWH. Next bidder, please.
For Vigos Construction Corporation, the first or the technical envelope for contract ID number ID 0037, we will now examine the following against the checklist and of the required documents. Fuel jets valid until April 13, 2027, check. I check. Business permit valid until December 31, 2026, check. Tax clearance valid until May 13, 2027, check. ECAP license valid until July 29, 2026, check. ISO certificate, check. List of all ongoing government and private contracts, check. SLCC, check. Audited financial statement, check. NFCC, check. BSD, check. Organizational chart, check. List of named personnel, check. List of contractors, major construction and laboratory equipments, check. GIS, check. List of minimum material testing equipment units, check. Omnibus source statement, check. For Vigos Construction Corporation, the technical envelope was examined against the checklist and found to be complete and reordered. The DPWH therefore recommends that Vigos Construction Corporation be declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass in the manual preliminary examination of the first envelope for this contract ID, subject to the result of the CWA electronic.
Thank you, Head TWG. Next bidder, please.
For Samarinian Construction and Development Corporation, the first or the technical envelope for contract ID number 26-ID-0037. We will now examine the policy to get the checklist to require document. New jobs valid until April 19, 2027. Check. Check. Business permit valid until December 31, 2026. Check. Tax clearance valid until September 18, 2026. Check. Audited financial statement filed last April 10, 2026. Check. Statement of all ongoing government and private contracts. Check. SLCC. Check. ECAB license valid until April 24, 2028. Check. PSD. Check. Organizational chart. Check. List of contractors and personnel. Check. List of contractors, major construction and laboratory equipment units. Check. Omnibus source statement. Check. List of contractors, minimum material equipment. Check. NFCP. Check. GIS. Check. ISO certificate not attached. For Samarinian Construction and Development Corporation, the first or technical envelope was examined against the checklist, wherein the ISO certificate are missing. And the DPWH therefore initially recommends that Samarinian Construction and Development Corporation be declared non-compliant due to non-attachment of the ISO certificate and rated failed in the manual preliminary examination of the first or technical envelope for this contract ID, subject to the result of CWA electronic signature. For clarity, later CWA result cannot cure or missing dates, substitute, improperly execute, or patently insufficient documents required to be submitted in the first or technical envelope.
Thank you, Head TWG. So for the record, we'll now read the CWA electronic clearing result for the contract ID number 26 IG 0037. For Samarinian Construction and Development Corporation, pickup license valid until October 7, 2026. Pickup registration valid until April 24, 2028. Work experience pass. NFCC pass. NEOS permit valid until December 31, 2026. DTI CDA valid until February 15, 2067. Their tax clearance valid until September 18, 2026, and PhilJEP's registration valid until April 19, 2027, and is eligible. So for Cine Construction, pickup license valid until November 29, 2026, pickup registration valid until June 6, 2027, work experience pass, NFCC pass, NEOS permit valid until December 31, 2026. DTI CDA valid until February 4, 2029. BIR tax clearance certificate valid until January 30, 2027. And PhilJEP's registration valid until March 19, 2027 and is eligible. Vigos Construction Corporation pickup license valid until January 25, 2027. Pickup registration valid until July 29, 2026. Work experience pass. NFCC pass. NEOS permit valid until December 31, 2026. DTI CDA valid until June 22, 2024. BIR tax clearance certificate valid until May 13, 2027, and PhilJEP's registration valid until April 13, 2027, and is eligible. So for CNA Construction, the TWG earlier recommended that the bidder be declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass in the manual preliminary examination, and the CWE result likewise shows the bidder as eligible. The matter is referred to the back for action. May I hear a motion to declare CNE Construction compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass for the first technical envelope for contract ID number 26IG0037.
So move, Mr. Chair.
Any objection?
None, Mr. Chair.
There being none, the motion is carried. Accordingly, CNA Construction is declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass. Each second financial envelope remains sealed for now and shall be opened for Agenda 3. For Vigos Construction Corporation, the TWG earlier recommended that the bidder be declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass in a manual preliminary examination. The CWA result likewise shows the bidder as eligible. The matter is referred to back for action. May I hear a motion to declare Vigos Construction Corporation compliant with the technical requirement and rated pass for the first technical envelope for the contract ID number 26IG0037.
So move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Any objection? There being none, motion is carried. Accordingly, Vigos Construction Corporation is declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass. Each second financial envelope shall remain sealed for now and shall be open for Agenda 3. For Samarinian Construction, the CW result shows the bidder as eligible. However, the TWG earlier recommended that the bidder be declared non-compliant and rated fail in the manual preliminary examination due to
Non-submission.
non-attachment of ISO certificate. And for the record, the CW result cannot cure a missing, incomplete, late, substitute, improperly executed, or patently insufficient document required to be submitted in the first technical envelope. The matter is referred to the back for action. May I hear a motion to declare Camarinian Construction and Development Corporation non-compliant due to non-attachment of ISO certificates and rated fail for the first technical envelope for contract ID number 26ID0037.
Done, Mr. Chair.
Any objection?
None, Mr. Chair.
There being none, the motion is carried. Accordingly, Camarinian Construction and Development Corporation is declared non-compliant and rated failed. Its second financial envelope shall remain sealed, shall not be opened, and shall remain in the custody of the Back Secretariat for safekeeping and for any motion for reconsideration or applicable process. So, for contract ID number 26 ID 0038, construction improvement of access roads leading to declared tourism destination, tourism road infrastructure program, TRIP, NRG to Lintaon Road leading to Lintaon Peak, station 3 plus 884 to 3 plus 894.70, Baybay City, Leyte. Secretariat, please project the checklist to his contract and state how many bids were received and from whom.
Yes, Mr. Chair. So for this contract, the Secretariat received 4 bids from the following participating bidders, namely Escape Construction received today at 8:12 a.m. Bdry Construction received today at 8:12 a.m. Bases Solida Construction and Supplies received today at 9:11 a.m. And lastly, Vigos Construction received today at 9:20 a.m. No other bids were received for this contract, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Secretariat. Please retrieve all bill envelopes for this contract ID and hand them to the TWG.
Escape construction. Escape construction. Public utility construction and supplies. And that's construction corporation.
Mr. Chair, for the record, may confirm that the bid envelopes handed to our contributors identified with the Secretariat for this contract ID and with the back Secretariat is stamped.
TWG, please open the first critical envelope for each bidder. Announce the required documents and state check not submitted or with deficiency. Secretariat can record the findings and the checklist on screen and in the minutes.
For Avis Cafe Construction, the first or the technical envelope for contract ID number 26I6738 will now be summoned to calculation of the required documents. Fuel jets valid until July 26, check. Statement of all ongoings but not yet awarded covers and the Brgy contract, check. SLC, check. DPI valid until July 26, 2029, check. ECAB license valid until April 12, 2029, check. Tax clearance valid until June 1, 2027, check. Business permit valid until December 31, 2026, check. Audited financial statement filed last May 9, 2026, check. And FCC, check. ESD, check. Organizational chart, check. Contractor certification and key personnel, check. Fees of contractors, major construction and laboratory equipments, check. Fees of minimum material testing equipment, check. Omnibus for statement, check. For ACIS campaign construction, the technical envelope was examined against the in order. BPWH therefore initially recommends that the ACIS campaign construction be declared compliant with the technical requirements rated pass is a manual preliminary examination of the first or the technical envelope for this contract ID, subject to the result of this WA.
Thank you, Head DPWH. Next bidder, please.
For district construction. The first or the technical envelope for contract ID number 26IG 0038, we will now examine the following against the checklist of the required documents. SD, check. Organization of chart, check. Contractor certification and key personnel, check. List of contractors, major construction and laboratory equipment, check. Omnibus foreign statement, check. Mr. Chair, for Bdry construction, the first or the technical envelope was examined against the checklist, and there were no attached legal documents as well as technical documents. ESG or chart. Personnel, their construction, integrity, Bubak PWG therefore initially recommends that Deck 3 construction be declared non-compliant due to non-attachment of legal documents and rated failed in the manual preliminary examination of the first or technical entity for this contract ID subject to the result of CWA electronic eligibility check.
Thank you, Head TWG. Next bidder, please.
For Baco Soleda Construction and Supplies, the first or the technical envelope for contract ID number 56-0038, based on the something shall make as the checklist of the required document. Bill Jeps, valid until May 8, 2027, check. BPI valid until October 17, 2028, check. Business permit valid until December 31, 2026, check. Tax clearance valid until February 24, 2027, check. ECAP license valid until July 1, 2027, check. List of all ongoing government and private contracts, check. SLCC, check. Audited financial statements, check. NFCC, check. ESP, check. Org chart, check. List of contractors and personnel, check. List of contractors major construction and laboratory and assigned to the contract, check. List of minimum material testing equipment, check. Omnibus or statement, check. Or Base Soleda Construction and Supplies. The technical envelope was examined against the checklist and found to be complete and in order. The BPWH therefore initially recommends that Base Soleda Construction and Supplies be declared compliant with the technical requirements agreed and passed. The manual preliminary examination of the service and electrical envelope for the consultation.
Thank you, Head TWG. Next bidder, please.
For Bigos Construction Corporation. For the first, or the technical envelope for contract ID number 26IG0038, we will now examine the following against the checklist of the required documents. Bill Jeps, valid until April 13, 2027, check. Check. Business permit valid until December 31, 2026, check. Tax clearance valid until May 13, 2027, check. ECAP license valid until July 29, 2026, check. ISO certificate. List of all ongoing government and private projects, check. SLCC, check. Audited financial statements, check. NFCC, check. ESD, check. Organizational chart, check. List of paid personnel, check. List of contractors major construction and laboratory units, check. GIS, check. Meet the minimum material unit, check. Omnibus foreign statement, check. For Vigos Construction Corporation, the technical envelope was examined against the checklist and found it complete and in order. The DPWH therefore initially recommends that Vigos Construction Corporation be declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass in the manual preliminary examination for the first or its technical envelope for the Sonra ID, subject to the result of CWA electronic eligibility.
Thank you, Head TWG. For the record, I'll now read the CWA electronic result for contract ID number 26ID0038. Construction improvement of access roads leading to declared tourism destinations, tourism road infrastructure program, PNIP in RG to Lintaon Road leading to Lintaon Peak, Station 3 plus 884 to Station 3 plus 894.70 by City rated. For Basi Surida Construction and Supplies, pickup license valid until July 1, 2027. Pickup registration valid until July 1, 2027. Work experience pass, NFCC pass. Meals permit valid until December 31, 2026. DTI-SEC CDA valid until October 16, 2033. BIR tax clearance certificate valid until February 24, 2027, and PhilJIP registration valid until May 8, 2027, and eligible. For Escape Construction, pickup registration valid, pickup license valid until March 9, 2027, pickup registration valid until April 12, 2029, work experience pass, NFCC pass, Mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2026, DTI-SEC CDA valid until July 26, 2029, BIR tax clearance certificate valid until June 1, 2027, and PhilJIP registration valid until June 9, 2027, and eligible. For deck tree construction, pickup license valid until February 27, 2026. Pasu. Pickup registration valid until February 27, 2028. Work experience pass. NFCC pass. Mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2026. DTI-SEC CDA valid until July 26, 2029. BIR tax clearance certificate valid until June 1, 2027. And PhilJIP registration certificate valid until June 9, 2027, and is ineligible. For Vigos Construction Corporation, pickup license valid until January 25, 2027. Pickup registration valid until July 29, 2026. Work experience pass, NFCC pass, Mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2025. Paso. DTI-SEC CDA valid until July 21, 2028. BIR tax clearance certificate valid until April 4, 2026. Paso. PhilJIP registration valid until April 22, 2026, and is ineligible. For Vigos Construction Corporation, Mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2026. DTI-SEC CDA valid until June 22, 2044. BIR tax clearance certificate valid until May 13, 2027. Field jeep registration valid until April 13, 2027. And is eligible. So, for Escape construction, the TWG earlier recommended that the bidder be declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass in the manual preliminary examination. The CW result likewise shows the bidder as eligible. The matter is referred to the back for action. May I hear a motion to declare Escape Construction compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass for the first technical envelope for contract ID number 26IG 0038.
So moved, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Any objection?
None.
There being none, motion is carried. Accordingly, Escape Construction is declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass. Its second financial envelope shall remain sealed for now and shall be opened under Agenda 3. For Bdry construction, the TWG earlier recommended that the bidder be declared non-compliant and rated failed in the manual preliminary examination due to lack of legal documents. The CW result likewise shows the bidder is ineligible. The matter is referred to the back for action. May I hear a motion to declare Bdry construction non-compliant due to lack of attached legal documents and rated failed for the first technical envelope for contract ID number 26IG 0038.
So moved, Second, Mr.
Any objection?
None, Mr. Chair.
There being none, the motion is carried. Accordingly, Bdry construction is declared non-compliant due to lack of legal documents and rated failed. Its second financial envelope shall remain sealed, shall not be opened, and shall remain in the custody of the back secretariat for safekeeping and for any motion for reconsideration or applicable process. For Base Solida construction and supply, the TWG earlier recommended that the bidder be declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass in the manual preliminary examination. The CW result likewise shows the bidder is eligible. The matter is referred to the back for action. May I hear a motion to declare Base Solida Construction and Supplies compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass for the first technical envelope for the contract ID number 26IG 0038.
So moved.
Second, Mr. Chair.
Any objection?
None, Mr. Chair.
There being none, the motion is carried. Accordingly, Base Solida Construction and Supply is declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass. Its second financial envelope shall remain sealed for now and shall be opened under Agenda 3. For Vigos Construction Corporation, the TWG earlier recommended that the bidder be declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass in the manual preliminary examination. The CWA result likewise shows the bidder as eligible. The matter is referred to the back for action. May I hear a motion to declare Vigos Construction Corporation compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass for the first technical envelope for contract ID number 26IG 0038.
So moved, Mr. Chair. Second.
Any objection?
None, Mr. Chair.
There being none, the motion is carried. Accordingly, Vigos Construction Corporation is declared compliant with the requirements and rated its second financial envelope shall remain sealed for now and be open for Agenda 3. Secretariat, we now take up contract ID number 26 ID 0039. The installation application of road safety facilities roadway lighting along Ormoc-Baybay-Southern Leyte Boundary Road, kilometer 1098 plus 693.61 to kilometer 1098 plus 701 and kilometer 398 plus 759 to kilometer 1101 plus 167.66 Ilongos, Leyte. Secretariat, please project the checklist for this contract and state how many bids received and from whom.
Yes, Mr. Chair, so for the record, for contract ID 26 IG 0039, the Secretariat received 3 bids from the following participating bidders. RJIR Enterprises Corporation received today at 8:50 a.m. Hardline Builders and Sales received today at 9:12 a.m. And lastly, Samarinian Construction and Development Corporation received today at 9:45 a.m. No other bids were received for this contract.
Thank you, Secretariat. Please retrieve all bid envelopes of this contract ID and hand them to the DPWH.
I'd like you guys to say something. How do you guys construction agree with?
Mr. Chair, for the record, we confirm that the bid envelopes handed to us corresponds to bidders identified by the Secretariat for the contract ID and with the box secretariat for the staff.
Thank you, TWG. Please open the first critical envelope for each bidder, announce the required documents, state check, not submitted or with deficiency. Secretariat can record the findings in the checklist on screen and in the minutes.
For RJIR Enterprises Corporation, the first are the technical and for contract ID number 039. We will now examine the following and check these in the record document. Fuel checks valid until June 11, 2027. Check. GIS check. Mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2026. Tax clearance valid until statement of all ongoing check. SLCC check. Club license valid until April 2026. Check. Audited financial statement check. SD check. Organizational chart check. Contractor certification on key personnel check. List of contractors, major construction and laboratory check. Omnibus one statement check. List of minimum material equipment check. NFCC, check. For RJIR Enterprises Corporation, the technical envelope was accompanied with the checklist and found to be complete and in order. The DPWH therefore initially recommends that RJIR Enterprises Corporation be declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass in the manual preliminary examination of its first or technical envelope response ID, subject to the DPWH electronic review.
Thank you, Head DPWH. Next bidder, please.
For hardline builders and sales. The first or the technical envelope for the contract ID number 6IG0039, we will now examine the following against the checklist of the required documents. Bill Jeffs, valid until March 28, 2027, check. Papers purchased valid until December 31, 2026, check. CTI valid until September 24, 2029, check. Tax clearance valid until November 27, 2026, check. Audited financial statement. Check. List of all ongoing government and private construction contracts. Check. SLCC, check. DCAB license valid until May 31, 2027, check. BSD, check. Organizational chart, check. List of key personnel, check. List of equipment, check. List of contractors minimum material testing equipment, check. Omnibus or statement, check. NFTC, check. For hardline builders and sales, the technical envelope of the company checklist and found to be complete and in order. The DPWH therefore initially recommends that hardline builders and sales be declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass in the manual preliminary examination of its first technical envelope for this contract ID is subject to the result of WA electronic distribution check. For Samarinian Construction and Development Corporation, the first or the technical envelope for contract ID number 6IG0039 will now examine the following against the checklist of the required documents. Bill Jeffs, valid until April 19, 2027, check. 77. Business permit valid until December 31, 2026, check. Tax clearance valid until September 18, 2026, check. Audited financial statement, check. Statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, check. SLCC, check. DCAB license valid until April 24, 2028, check. BSD, check. Organizational chart, check. List of contractors, key personnel, check. List of contractors, major construction and laboratory equipments, check. Omnibus or the statement, check. NFTC, check. List of minimum material equipment, check. GIS, check. For Samarinian Construction and Development Corporation, the technical envelope was examined against the checklist and found to be complete and in order. The DPWH therefore initially recommends the Samarinian Construction and Development Corporation be declared compliant with the technical requirements agreed and passed in the manual preliminary examination of the referred technical envelope with its contact ID, subject to the result of the DPWH electronic eligibility.
Thank you, TWG. For the record, we now read the CWA electronic eligibility result for contract ID number 26 ID 0039. For Submarinian Construction and Development Corporation, pickup license valid until October 7, 2026. Pickup registration valid until April 24, 2028. Work experience. Okay, pickup license category does not match to the contract profile, but also work experience fail, NFCC pass. Mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2026. DPWH CDA valid until February 15, 2067. BIR tax clearance valid until September 18, 2026. And field jobs registration valid until April 19, 2027. And is ineligible. But TWD kindly verify if the bidders have electrical works specialty submitted in PCAB, the 26 IG 0040.
39. 39.
26 IG 0039. Summary.
Mr. Chair,
Okay.
based on the pickup license given by Samarinian Construction Corporation, there is an electrical works on
Noted for the record. So Samarinian Construction.
Later. Next method.
Next na po. Okay. So, economy no. So, for RGIR Enterprises Corporation, pickup license valid until January 10, 2028. Pickup registration valid until April 16, 2028. And pickup license category does not match to the contract profile. Work experience pass, NFCC pass. Mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2026. DTISEC CDA valid until December 20, 2068. BIR tax clearance certificate valid until October 24, 2026. And field jobs registration valid until June 11, 2027 and is ineligible. For hardline, TWG kindly verify if the bidders have electrical works specifically submitted to the PCAB, the RGIR Enterprises Corporation, 26 IG 0039.
RGIR.
RGIR.
Yeah.
Based on the Upper RGIR Enterprise Corporation, based on its attached CCAB, it has no electrical works, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, TWG. So what is the,
We proceed to the next video.
okay, so we proceed to the next bidder, Hardline Builders and Sales. Pickup license valid until July 1, 2027. Pickup registration valid until May 31, 2027 with pickup license category does not match to the contract profile. Work experience failed, NFCC pass. Mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2026. DTISEC CDA valid until September 24, 2029. BR tax clearance certificate valid until November 27, 2026, and field registration valid until March 28, 2026, and is ineligible. TWG kindly verify if the bidders have electrical work submitted, work specialty submitted to PICA.
For hardline builders and sales, Mr. Chair, the PCAB attached has no electrical works.
Thank you, Head TWG. So, for RGIR Enterprises Corporation, the TWG earlier recommended that the bidder be declared non-compliant and rated fail in the manual preliminary examination due to no electrical works specialty. The CW result likewise shows the bidder is as ineligible. The matter is referred to the back for action. May I hear a motion to declare RGIR Enterprises Corporation non-compliant due to lack of electrical work specialty and rated failed for the first technical envelope for contract ID number 26 IG 0039.
So move, Mr. Chair.
Any objection?
None, Mr. Chair.
There being none, the motion is carried. Accordingly, RGIR Enterprises Corporation is declared non-compliant due to lack of electrical work specialty and rated fail. And second financial envelope shall remain sealed, shall not be opened, and shall remain in the custody of the back secretariat for safekeeping and for any motion for reconsideration or applicable processes.
Hardline.
Hardline ni. Hardline For hardline builders, the TWG earlier recommended that the bidder be declared non-compliant and rated failed in the manual preliminary examination due to lack of electrical work specialty, and the CW result likewise shows the bidder as ineligible. The matter is referred to the back for action. May I hear a motion to declare hardline builder sales non-compliant due to no electrical work specialty and rated failed the first technical envelope for the contract ID number 26 IG 0039.
So move, Mr. Chair.
Second motion.
Any objection?
None, Mr. Chair.
There being none, the motion is carried. Accordingly, hardline builders and sales is declared non-compliant due to lack of electrical work specialty and rated fail. A second financial envelope shall remain sealed, shall not be opened, and shall remain in the custody of Back Secretariat for safekeeping and for any motion for reconsideration or applicable processes. For Samarinian Construction and Development Corporation, the TWG earlier recommended that the bidder be declared compliant with technical requirements and rated pass in the manual preliminary examination. However, the CW result shows the bidder as ineligible due to non-attachment of electrical work specialty. For the record, the TWG confirms the documents needed to update or reprocess the CW record were actually submitted as part of the bidder's first technical envelope before the deadline for submission and receipt of bids, namely pickup like pickup showing pickup license category does not match the contract profile.
I think, Mr. Chair, for the record, TWG has confirmed that the pickup of the Marinian Construction and Development Corporation shows a specialty on electrical works.
So, this finding is placed on record pursuant to DPWH Department Order Number 164, Series of 2025, which allows updating, reprocessing based on material eligibility information duly submitted with the bid, but not yet included in CWA. The matter is referred to the back for action. May I hear a motion to declare Samarinian Construction and Development Corporation compliant the technical requirements and rated pass for purposes of opening the second financial envelope under Agenda 3. And I direct the back secretariat to facilitate the request for unlocking, reprocessing of the CWA electronic eligibility result at the soonest possible time, using only documents submitted in the bidder's first technical envelope, and record that the bidder final eligibility shall depend on the result of the CWA unlocking, reprocessing, and other validation in the subsequent stages, including detailed bid evaluation and post-qualification as applicable.
So moved, Mr. Chair.
Second, Mr. Chair.
Any objection?
None, Mr. Chair.
There being none, the motion is carried. Accordingly, Samarinian Construction and Development Corporation is declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass for purposes of opening the second financial envelope under Agenda 3. The bidder's final eligibility for this works contracts shall depend on the CWA unlocking, reprocessing result, and the controlling electronic eligibility result under applicable DPWH rules and bidding documents. The back secretariat is directed to prepare and transmit the appropriate request for unlocking, reprocessing with certified true copies of the relevant documents that form part of the first technical envelope. No new, substitute, or late documents shall be accepted for this purpose. Any discrepancy between the CWA PCMA record on the bidder statement of all ongoing government and private contracts shall be included in the matters for reconciliation and validation during post-qualification. So we now take up the last contract ID number 26 IG 0040, which is the construction of public water supply system, Barangay Can-aporong, Abuyog, Leyte. Secretariat, please project the checklist for this contract ID and state how many bids were received and from whom.
Yes, Mr. Chair, so for this contract ID 26 ID 0040, the Secretariat received 3 bids from participating bidders. The Essential Builders Incorporated received today at 9:13 a.m. Bigos Construction Corporation received today at 9:20 a.m. and FC Makabansag Construction received today at 9:49 a.m. No other bids were received for this contract.
Thank you, Secretariat. Please retrieve all with envelopes for his contract ID and hand them to the PWG.
The essential builders. Biggest construction corporation. FC Makabansag Construction.
Mr. Chair, for the record, we confirm that the bid envelopes handed to us corresponds to bidders identified with the Secretariat with its contract ID and to the back Secretariat's receipt.
PWG, please open the first technical envelope for each bidder, announce the required documents, state check, not submitted or with deficiency. Secretariat can record the findings, the checklist on screen and in the menu.
For Kilim-Sitio Builders Incorporated, The first or the technical estimate for contract ID number 36 IG 0040, which was now examined the following and check each of the part of it. Field jet, valid entry October 16. List of all ongoing government and private contracts. LCC. ESD check. Organizational chart check. List of contractors, key personnel check. List of contractors, major construction and laboratory equipment check. GIS check. Omnibus foreign statement check. NFCC check. List of contractors, minimum material listing equipment check.
Mr. Chair, may we recognize,
Okay.
considering that we are approaching our lunch period, will you indulge at the back to have a working snack for lunch? So in the interest of time, we will not pause this proceeding, Mr. Chair.
Okay, how about the committee? Okay, we will proceed.
So we may eat while evaluating the bids.
Check certificate check. Mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2026 check. Tax clearance. Valid until September 11, 2026 check. Audited financial statement filed by 335 check. Pickup license valid until July 27, 2027 check. For D.P.W.H Builders Incorporated, the technical envelope was examined against the checklist and found to be complete and in order. The DPWH therefore initially recommends that D.P.W.H Builders Incorporated be declared compliant with the technical requirements rated pass in the manual preliminary examination of its first or technical envelope with its contact ID, subject to the result of the CWA electronic eligibility check.
Thank you, Head Telepolity. Next bidder, please.
For Bigos Construction Corporation, the first or the technical envelope for contract ID number 26IG 0040, we will now examine the following against the checklist of the required documents. UJEPS valid until April 13, 2027 check. Check certificate check. Mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2026 check. Tax clearance valid until May 27 check. Income license valid until July 29, 2026 check. ISO certificate check. List of all ongoing government and private projects check. SLCC check. Audited financial statement check. NFCC check. BSD check. Organizational chart check. List of key personnel check. List of contractors major equipment check. List of minimum material testing equipment check. Omnibus foreign statement check. GIS, check. For visual construction corporation, a technical envelope was stamped against the checklist and found to be complete and in order. The BPWH therefore initially recommends that Eagle Construction Corporation be declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass in the manual with regard to examination of its first and technical envelope for contract ID for this contract ID, subject to the result of the DPWH electronic interview.
Thank you, Head DPWH. Next bidder, please.
For FC Makabansang Construction, the first or the technical envelope contract ID number 36 I 14, we will now examine the following items to check the required document. Users, valid until May 6, 2027, check. DTI valid until October 13, 2020, check. Business permit valid until December 31, 2026, check. Tax clearance valid until November 11, 2026, check. Audited financial statement, check. Statement of all ongoing government and private construction contracts, check. SLCC, check. ECAB license valid until February 8, 2028, check. ESG, check. Organizational chart, check. List of contractor state personnel, check. List of contractors, major construction equipment units, check. List of contractors, minimum material testing equipment, check. Omnibus or statement, check. NFCC, check. For FC Makabansang Construction, the technical envelope was examined against the check found resources and in order. The BPWG therefore initially recommends that FC Makabansang Construction should be compliant with the technical requirements rated pass in the manual preliminary examination of first or technical envelope with contract ID, subject to the result of the CWA electronic.
Thank you, Head DPWH. For the record, I will now read the CWA electronic eligibility results for contract ID number 26 IG 0040. For B. Vicencio Builders Incorporated, pickup license valid until July 27, 2027. Pickup registration valid until July 12, 2028. Work experience passed. NFCC passed. Mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2026. DTI CDA valid until June 18, 2054. BIR tax clearance certificate valid until September 11, 2026. And PhilJEP's registration valid until October 6, 2026 and is eligible. For FC Makabansang Construction, pickup license valid until February 8, 2027. Pickup registration valid until February 8, 2028. Work experience passed. NFCC passed. MIA's permit valid until December 31, 2026. DTI CDA valid until October 13, 2028. BIR tax clearance certificate valid until November 11, 2026, and PhilJEP's registration valid until May 6, 2027, and is eligible. For Vigos Construction Corporation, pickup license valid until January 25, 2027. pickup registration valid until July 29, 2026. Work experience passed. NFCC passed. Mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2026. DTI SEC CDA valid until June 22, 2044. BIR tax clearance certificate valid until May 13, 2027, and PhilJIP registration valid until April 13, 2027, and is eligible. For Vicencio Builders Incorporated, the TWG earlier recommended that the bidder be declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass in the manual preliminary examination. The CWE result likewise shows the bidder as eligible. The matter is referred to the back for action. May I hear a motion to declare Vicencio Builders Incorporated compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass for the first technical envelope for contract ID number 26IG0040.
So moved. Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is carried. Accordingly, Vicencio Builders Incorporated is declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass. Its second financial envelope shall be sealed for now and shall be opened under Agenda 3. For Vigos Construction Corporation, the TWG earlier recommended that the bidder be declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass in the manual preliminary examination. The CW result likewise shows the bidder as eligible. The matter is referred to the back for action. May I have a motion to declare Vigos Construction Corporation compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass for the first technical envelope for contract ID number 26IG0040.
So
Second.
Any objection? There being none, motion is carried. Accordingly, Vigos Construction Corporation is declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass. A second financial envelope shall remain sealed for now and shall be opened under Agenda 3. For IPSI Makwansag Construction, the TWG earlier recommended that the bidder be declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass in the manual preliminary examination. The CWE result likewise shows the bidder as eligible. The matter is referred to the back for action. May I have a motion to declare FC Makwansag Construction compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass for the first technical envelope for contract ID number 26IG0040.
So moved, Mr. Chair.
second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is carried. Accordingly, FC Makwansag Construction is declared compliant with the technical requirements and rated pass. Its second financial envelope shall remain sealed for now and shall be open for Agenda 3. So Agenda 3 is the ready. For the record, the BAC has completed the opening and preliminary examination of the first technical envelope for all contract IDs, including in today's opening bids. Only the second financial envelopes of bidders whose first technical envelopes were rated pass and whose contract IDs are cleared for Agenda 3 shall be opened. I will now proceed to Agenda 3, the reading of bids and the full budget for the contract ABC. Under this agenda, the BAC shall open only the second financial envelopes of bidders whose first technical envelope were rated pass under Agenda 2 for contract IDs cleared for financial opening. We shall proceed per contract ID following the same order taken up under Agenda 2, except for any several contract held in abeyance due to a recorded legal consideration. So for contract ID number 26IG0035, construction abroad, Barangay Santa Paz, Station 3+133 to 3+533 Matalom, Leyte. The approved budget for the contract is Philippine pesos 4,801,984 and 73 centavos. Ang amount in figure is 4,801,984 period 73, inclusive of all applicable laws. Secretariat, please state on the record which bidders were rated pass the first technical envelope stage and whose second financial envelopes will be opened.
So, Mr. Chair, for this contract ID 26IG 0035, the following bidders were rated pass during the first technical envelope stage evaluation of their submitted documents, namely JQD Construction and General Services, Vigos Construction Corporation, and Samarinian Construction and Development Corporation. All participating bidders, Mr. Chair, passed the first preliminary examination of their technical envelope.
Okay, thank you. We now proceed with the second financial envelope of GQD Construction and General Services for contract ID number 26IG 0035. TWG, please confirm that the envelope you are holding is the financial envelope of GQD Construction and General Services.
Yes, Mr. Chair, we confirm that this is the second financial envelope of JQD Construction and General Services. With your permission, we will open the envelope and conduct a preliminary check for its financial proposal.
Okay, TWG, you may proceed. Please announce the presence of or absence of the required financial documents. Secretariat will record the entries in the final checklist on screen and in the minutes.
For JQD Construction and General Services, the secondary financial envelope for contract ID number 26IG 0035, we will now examine the following. Before with 120 calendar day validity check, summary of bid prices, check, EOQ check, detailed estimates, check, cash flow by quarter, check. Mr. Chair, for JQD Construction and General Services, the required financial documents are complete and in order for purpose of preliminary examination, and the total bid price does not exceed the ABC, subject to the detailed bid evaluation and RMD corrections.
Okay, thank you, TWG. So for GQD Construction and General Services, bid amount in words 4,793,980 pesos only. 4,793,980 pesos only. In figure 4, 793, 980, period 00. In figure 4, 793, 980, period 00. So let's go to the next bidder. For contract ID,
Next bidder.
Opo.
TWG.
So TWA for the next bidder. For contract ID number 26IG 0036.
35. There are still two bidders, Mr. Chair.
Auto bidders also. I'm sorry. So for Vigos Construction Corporation,
TWG.
we now proceed to the second financial envelope of Vigos Construction Corporation for contract ID number 26IG 0035. TWG, please confirm the envelope you are holding is the financial envelope of Vigos Construction Corporation.
It's lunchtime, Mr. Chair.
For Vigos Construction Corporation, the secondary financial envelope for contract ID number 26 IG 0035, we will now examine the following. Bid 4, check. Bill of quantity, check. Summary of bid prices, check. Detailed estimates, check. Cash flow by quarter, check.
For Vigos Construction Corporation, bid amount in words 4,796,984 pesos and 73 centavos. In words, 4,796,984 pesos and 73 centavos. In figure, 4,796,984 period 73. In figure 4,796,984 period 73. Yeah. So we now proceed with the second financial envelope of bidder of Camarinian Construction Corporation and Development Corporation. TWG has confirmed that the envelope you are holding is the financial envelope of Camarinian Construction and Development Corporation.
Yes, Mr. Chair, for Samarinian Construction and Development Corporation, the second financial envelope for contract ID number 26 IG 0035, we will now examine bid form, summary of bid prices, check. Bill of quantity, check. Detailed estimates, check. Cash flow by quarter, check.
For Camarinian Construction and Development Corporation, bid amount in words 4,796,892 pesos and 17 centavos. 4,796,892 pesos and 17 centavos. In figure 4,796,892 period 17. In figure 4,796,892 period 17. So, these bid prices are bids as read only and shall be reflected in the abstract of bids as read for contract ID number 26IG0035. No bidder is declared LCB or LCRB at this stage. Detailed bid evaluation, arithmetic correction, verification, and post-qualification shall follow in accordance with the IRR and the bidding documents. TWG will now proceed to the next contract ID. So for contract ID number 26IG0036, construction of road Barangay Odiongan, station 2+130 to 2+496, Abuyog, Leyte. The approved budget for the contract is Philippine pesos. In words, 4,727,497 pesos and 81 centavos. In figure 4,727, 497 period 81. Secretariat, please state for the record which bidders was ready passed at the first technical envelope stage and whose second financial envelopes will be opened.
Yes, Mr. Chair. So for the record, all participating bidders for contract ID 26 ID 0036, namely Escape Construction, IDA Junior Builders and Construction Supply, and Vigos Construction Corporation were declared compliant and rated pass during the preliminary examination of their first and technical envelope. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Okay, we now proceed with the second financial envelope of Escape Construction for contract ID number 26IG0036. TWG, please confirm that the envelope you are holding is the financial envelope of Escape Construction.
Yes, Mr. Chair, we confirm that this is the second or the financial envelope of Escape Construction. With your permission, we will now open the envelope and conduct a preliminary check for its financial proposal.
TWG, we proceed. Please announce the presence of absence of the record financial documents, and Secretariat can record the entries in the final checklist on screen in the minutes.
For Escape Construction, the second or the financial envelope for contract ID number 260046, we will now examine. Before, we want to use the budget period check. Bill of quantity check. Summary with prices check. Detailed estimates check. Cash flow by quarter check. Mr. Chair, for Escape Construction, the required financial documents are complete and in order for the purpose of preliminary examination, and the total bid price does not exceed the ABC, subject to the detailed bid evaluation and arithmetic correction.
For Escape Construction, bid amount in words, 4,720,500 pesos only. 4,720,500 pesos only. In figure 4, 720, 500, period 00. In figure 4, 720, 500, period 00. We now proceed with the second financial envelope of IDA Junior Builders and Construction Supply for contract ID number 26IG0036, and TWG, please confirm that the envelope you are holding is the financial envelope of IDA Junior Builders and Construction Supply.
Yes, Mr. Chair, for IDA Junior Builders, this is the second or the financial envelope for its contract ID 26IG0036.
TWG, we proceed. Please announce the presence of or absence of the required financial documents, and Secretariat can record the entries in the final checklist on screen and in the minutes.
Bid form, check. EOQ, check. Summary of bid prices, check. Detailed estimates, check. Cash flow, check. Mr. Chair, for IDA Junior Builders. For IDA Junior Builders and Construction Supply, the financial envelope is complete and in order for the purpose of preliminary examination, and the total bid price does not exceed the ABC, subject to the detailed bid evaluation and arithmetic correction.
Okay, thank you. For Vigos, for IDA Junior Builders and Supply, bid amount in words, 4,722,894 pesos and 72 centavos. In words, 4,722,894 pesos and 72 centavos only. In figure 4, 722, 894, period 72. in figure 4, 722, 894, period 72. We now proceed with the second financial envelope of Vigos Construction Corporation for contract ID number 26IG 0036. DWG, please confirm that the envelope you're holding is the financial envelope of Vigos Construction Corporation.
Yes, Mr. Chair, this is the second or the financial envelope for contract ID number 26IG 0036 of Barangay Construction Corporation.
DWG, you may proceed and please announce the presence or absence of the required financial documents. And Secretariat can record the entries in the final checklist on screen and in the minutes.
Bid form, check. Bill of quantities, check. Summary of bid prices, check. Detailed estimate, check. Cash flow by quarter, check. Their share for Vigos Construction Corporation, the financial envelope is complete and in order for the purpose of preliminary examination and the total bid price does not fit the ABC subject to the DPWH evaluation and the arithmetic correction.
Thank you, DWG. For Vigos Construction Corporation, bid amount in words, 4,722,497 pesos and 81 centavos only. 4,722,497 pesos and 81 centavos only. In figure 4, 722, 497, period 81. In figure 4, 722, 497, period 81. These bid prices are bids as read only and shall be reflected in the abstract of bids as read for contract ID number 26IG 0036. No bidder is declared LCB or LCRB at this stage. Detailed bid evaluation, arithmetic correction, verification, and post-qualification shall follow in accordance with the IRR and the bidding documents. TWG will now proceed to the next contract ID. For next contract ID number 26IG 0037, the construction of road Kilim-Sitio Tipay, package 7, station 5 plus 425 to 6 plus 170, Baybay City, Leyte. The approved budget for the contract is Philippine pesos. In words, 77,275,980 pesos and 50 centavos. In figure 77, 275, 980, period 50. Secretariat, please state for the record which bidders are rated passed at the first technical envelope stage and whose second final envelopes will be opened.
Yes, Mr. Chair. So for the record, for this contract, among the three participating bidders, only two were rated pass, namely CNA Construction and Vigos Construction Corporation during the preliminary examination of the technical envelope. For Samarinian Construction and Development Corporation, it was rated non-complying and failed due to non-submission of ISO certification required under project requirements. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. We now proceed with the second financial envelope of CNA Construction for contract ID number 26IG 0037. TWG, please confirm that the envelope you're holding is the financial envelope of CNA Construction.
Yes, Mr. Chair, we confirm that the second or the financial envelope of CNA Construction, with your permission, we will open the envelopes and conduct a preliminary check for its financial proposal.
You may proceed. Please announce the presence of, or absence of the required financial documents. and Secretariat can record the entries in the final checklist also in the minutes.
before check. Below positive check. Summary of the private check. Detailed estimate check. Cash flow by quarter check. Mr. Chair, for CNE construction, the required financial documents are complete and in order for the purpose of preliminary examination, and the total bid price does not exceed the ABC, subject to the detailed bid evaluation and erecting corrections.
Thank you, DPWH. For CNA construction, bid amount in words 77,235,600 pesos only. In words 77,235,600 pesos only. In figure 77, 235, 600 period 00. In figure 77, 235, 600 period 00. We now proceed with the second financial envelope of Vigus Construction Corporation for contract ID number 26IG0037. DWG, please confirm that the envelope you are holding is the financial envelope of Vigus Construction Corporation.
Yes, Mr. Chair, this is the second financial envelope of Vigus Construction Corporation for contract ID number 26IG0037.
Thank you. You may proceed and please announce the presence or absence of the required financial documents, and Secretariat can record the entries in the financial checklist on screen and in the minutes.
Before check. Bill of quantities check. Summary of bid prices check. Detailed estimates check. Cash flow by quarter check. Mr. Chair, for Vigus Construction Corporation, the required financial documents are complete and in order for the purpose of preliminary examination, and the total bid price does not exceed the ABC, subject to the detailed bid evaluation and erecting correction.
Thank you, TWG. For Vigus Construction Corporation, bid amount in words is 77,260,980 pesos and 50 centavos. In words, 77,260,980 pesos and 50 centavos only. In figure 77, 260, 980 period 50. In figure 77, 260, 980 period 50. These bid prices are bids as read only and shall be reflected in the abstract of bids as read for contract ID number 26IG0037. No bidder is declared LCB or LCRB at this stage. Detailed bid evaluation, arithmetic correction, verification, and post-qualification shall follow in accordance with the IRR and bidding documents. DWG, you may now proceed to the next contract ID. For contract ID number 26IG0038, the construction improvement of access road leading to declared tourism destinations, Tourism Road Infrastructure Program, TRIP, NRG to Lintaon Road leading to Lintaon Peak, Station 3 plus 884 to 3 plus 894.70, Baybay City, Leyte. The approved budget for the contract is Philippine pesos, an amount in words of 4,150,239 pesos and 7 centavos. In figure 4,150,239 period 07, inclusive of all applicable taxes. Secretariat, please state for the record which bidders was rated pass, the first technical envelope stage, and whose second financial envelopes will be opened.
Yes, Mr. Chair, so for the record, among the 4 participating bidders, only 3 were rated pass during the preliminary examination of the first technical envelope, namely Escape Construction, Bases Solida Construction and Supplies, and Vigos Construction Corporation. On the other hand, Deck 3 Construction was rated non-compliant and failed due to non-submission of legal documents in their technical envelope. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Secretary. We now proceed with the second financial envelope of Escape Construction for contract ID number 26ID0038. TWG, please confirm that the envelope you are holding is a financial envelope of Escape Construction.
Yes, Mr. Chair, we confirm that it is the second or the financial envelope of Escape Construction. With your permission, we will open the envelope and conduct a preliminary check for its financial result.
TWG, you may proceed and please announce the presence or absence of the required financial documents, and Secretariat can record the entries in the final checklist on screen and in the minutes.
Bid form, check. Bill of quantity, check. Summary of the private, check. Detailed estimate, check. Cash flow by quarter, check.
Thank you. For Escape Construction, bid amount in words is 4,145,000 pesos only. 4,145,000 pesos only. In figure 4,145,000 period 00. In figure 4,145,000 period 00. We now proceed with the second financial envelope of Bases Solida Construction and Supplies for contract ID number 26ID0038. And TWG, please confirm that the envelope you are holding is the financial envelope of Bases Solida Construction and Supplies.
Yes, Mr. Chair, this is the second or the financial envelope of Bases Solida Construction and Supplies for contract ID number 26IG0058.
TWG, you may proceed and please announce the presence of absence of the required financial documents, and Secretariat can record the entries in the final checklist on screen and in the minutes.
Bid form, check. Bill of quantity, check. Summary of bid prices, check. Detailed estimates, check. Cash flow by quarter, check. Mr. Chair, for Bases Solida Construction and Supply, the required financial documents are complete and in order for the purpose of preliminary examination. The total bid price does not exceed the ABC, subject to the detailed bid evaluation and a rectification.
Thank you, TWG. For Bases Solida Construction and Supply, bid amount in words 4,148,801 pesos and 62 centavos. In words, 4,148,801 pesos and 62 centavos. In figure 4,148,801 period 62. In figure 4,148,801 801 period 62. We now proceed with the second financial envelope of Vigos Construction Corporation for contract ID number 26IG0038. TWG, please confirm that the envelope you're holding is the financial envelope of Vigos Construction Corporation.
Yes, Mr. Chair, this is the financial envelope of Vigos Construction Corporation for contract ID number 26IG0038.
You may proceed and please announce the presence or absence of the required financial documents. And Secretariat kindly record the entries in the financial checklist on screen and in the minutes.
Bid form, check. Bill of quantities, check. Summary of bid prices, check. Detailed estimates, check. Cash flow by quarter, check. Mr. Chair, for Vigos Construction Corporation, the required financial documents are complete and in order for the purpose of preliminary examination, and the total bid price does not exceed the ABC subject to the detailed bid evaluation and equity corrections.
Thank you. For Vigos Construction Corporation, bid amount in words, 4,145,239 pesos and 7 centavos. In words, 4,145,239 pesos and 7 centavos only. In figure, 4,145,239 period 07. In figure 4,145,239 period 07. These bid prices are bids as read only and shall be reflected in the abstract of bids as read for contract ID number 26IG0038. No bidder is declared LCB or LCRB at this stage. Detailed bid evaluation, arithmetic correction, verification, and post-qualification shall follow in accordance with the IRR and the bidding documents. TWG, you will now proceed to the next contract ID. So, for contract ID number 26IG0039, installation, application of road safety facilities, roadway lighting along Ormoc-Baybay-Southern Leyte boundary road with kilometer 1098 plus 693.61 to kilometer 1098 plus 701 and kilometer 1098 plus 759 to kilometer 1101 plus 167.66. With the approved budget for the contract is Philippine pesos, and amount in words is 17,770,334.67. 17,770,334 pesos and 67 centavos. In figure 17,770, 334 period 67. In figure 17,770, 334 period 67. Secretariat, please state for the record which bidders were rated pass at the first technical envelope stage and whose second financial envelopes will be opened.
Yes, Mr. Chair, for the record, out of the 3 participating bidders, only 1 bidder was declared compliant and rated pass during the preliminary examination of their first technical envelope, namely the Marinian Construction and Development Corporation. Hence, their second envelope will be opened during this agenda. On the other hand, for the other 2 bidders, namely RGIR Enterprises Corporation and Hardline Builders and Sales, their first or technical envelope was rated non-compliant and failed. Hence, their second envelope will not be opened.
Okay, thank you, Secretariat. So we now proceed with the second financial envelope of Marinian Construction and Development Corporation for contract ID number 26IG0039. TWG, please confirm that the envelope you are holding is the financial envelope of Samarinian Construction and Development Corporation.
Yes, Mr. Chair, we confirm that this is the second or the financial envelope of Samarinian Construction and Development Corporation. With your permission, we will open the envelope and conduct the preliminary check of the financial.
Okay, you may proceed and please announce the presence or absence of the required financial documents. And Secretariat can record the increase in the financial checklist on screen and in the minutes.
Uniform check. Bill of quantities check. Summary of prices check. Detailed estimates check. Cash flow by quarter check. Mr. Chair, for Samarinian Construction and Development Corporation, the required financial documents are complete and in order for the purpose of preliminary examination, and the total bid price shall exceed the ABC, subject to the detailed bid evaluation and a recommendation.
Thank you, TWG. For Samarinian Construction and Development Corporation, bid amount in words, 17,765,660 pesos and 92 centavos only. In words, 17,765,060 pesos and 92 centavos only. In figure, 17,765,060 period 92. In figure 17,765,060 period 92. These bid prices are bids as read only and shall be reflected in the abstract of bids as read for contract ID number 26IG0039. No bidder is declared LCB or LCRB at this stage, and detailed bid evaluation, arithmetic correction, verification, and post-verification shall follow in accordance with the IRR and the bidding documents. TWG, you may now proceed to next contract ID. So for contract ID number 26IG0040, construction of public water system, Barangay Can-aporong, Abuyog, Leyte, with an amount in words 4,949,878 pesos and 44 centavos. In words, 4,949,878 pesos and 44 centavos. In figure 4,949,878 period 44. In figure 4,949,878 period and 44. Secretariat, please state for record which bidders were rated pass at the first technical envelope stage and whose second financial envelopes will be opened.
Yes, Mr. Chair, for the record, for this last contract, 26IG0040, all participating bidders, namely B Vicencio Builders, BVB Incorporated, Vigos Construction Corporation, and FC Macabansag Construction were all rated pass during the preliminary examination of their technical envelope. Hence, their second envelope will be opened during this agenda.
Okay, thank you, Secretariat. We now proceed with the second financial envelope of B Vicencio Builders Incorporated for contract ID number 26IG0040 and TWG. Please confirm that the envelope you are holding is the financial envelope of B Vicencio Builders Incorporated.
Yes, Mr. Chair, we confirm that this is the second or the financial envelope of B Vicencio Incorporated. With your permission, we will open the envelope and conduct a preliminary check of its financial proposal.
Thank you. You may now proceed. And please announce the presence or absence of the required financial documents, and Secretariat can record the increase in the final checklist on screen and in the minutes.
For BB Computers Incorporated. Bid form, check. Love quantities, check. Summary of bid price, check. Sales estimates, check. Cash flow by quarter, check. Mr. Chair, for BB Contributors Incorporated, the required financial documents are complete and in order for the purpose of preliminary examination and the total bid price and policy, the APC, subject to the detailed evaluation and the register.
Thank you, TWG. So for Kilim-Sitio Builders Incorporated, bid amount in words, 4,942,800 pesos only. 4,942,800 pesos only. In figure, 4,942,800 period 800. In figure 4,942,800 period 00. We now proceed to the second financial envelope of Vigos Construction Corporation with contract ID number 26IG0040 and TWG. Please confirm that the envelope you are holding is the financial envelope of Vigos Construction Corporation.
Yes, Mr. Chair, this is the second or the financial envelope of Vigos Construction Corporation for contract ID number 26IG0040.
You may proceed and please announce the presence or absence of the required financial documents. The Secretariat can record the entries of the final checklist on screen and in the minutes.
Bid form, check. Bill of quantities, check. Summary of bid prices, check. Detailed estimates, check. And cash flow by quarter, check. Mr. Chair, for Vigos Construction Corporation, the required financial documents are complete and in order for the purpose of preliminary examination and the total bid price that does not exceed the APC, subject to the detailed bid evaluation and arithmetic corrections.
For Vigos Construction Corporation, bid amount in words, 4,944,878 pesos and 44 centavos. In words, 4,944,878 pesos and 44 centavos only. In figure, 4,944,878 period 44. In figure 4,944,878 period 44. We now proceed to the second financial envelope of FC Makabansag Construction for contract ID number 26IG0040 and TWG. Please confirm that the envelope you are holding is the financial envelope of FC Makabansag Construction.
Yes, Mr. Chair, this is the financial or the second envelope of FC Makabansag Construction for contract ID number 26IG0040. Bid form, check. Bill of quantities, check. Summary of bid prices, check. Detailed estimates, check. And cash flow by quarters, check. Mr. Chair, for FC Makabansag Construction, the report financial documents are completed in order for the purpose of preliminary examination and the total bid price does not exceed the ABC, subject to the detailed bid evaluation and arithmetic correction.
Thank you, TWG. For FC Makabansag Construction, bid amount in words is 4,948,205 pesos and 77 centavos. In words, 4,948,205 pesos and 77 centavos only. In figure 4, 948, 205 period 77. In figure 4, 948, 205 period 77. These bid prices are bid as read only and shall be reflected in the track bids as read for contract ID number 26 IG 0040. No bidder is declared LCB or LCRB at this stage. Detailed bid evaluation, arithmetic correction, verification, and post-qualification shall follow in accordance with the IRR and the bidding documents. Now, on the last page. So, we now proceed to Agenda 4. Comments, reactions from bidders and back members. The floor is open to any participating bidder, observer, or back members who wishes to place on record any comment, clarification, or observation regarding the opening of bids and preliminary examination conducted today. And kindly state your name, company, firm, agency, and a contract ID to which your comment refers.
Mr. Chair, may we recognize?
Okay, you are recognized.
Mr. Chair, as of this time, there are no participating bidders, and online there are 5 persons watching our live stream, but there are no comments, Mr. Chair.
Okay, the comment is noted for the record. Secretariat, please reflect the same in the minutes. And are there any further comments or reactions from the back?
Mr. Chair, later, if the back will allow, we'll have a special meeting. I think around 2 or 2:30. Regarding a previous project that is supposedly to be awarded or to be changed. But later, Mr. Chair, if the back will continue after the live stream, Mr.
Okay,
Chair.
okay. Okay, noted, Mr. Secretary. So, for there being none, Agenda 4 is closed. There being no other matters for discussion, may I hear a motion to adjourn this opening of bids? Any objection? There being no objection, the opening of bid is adjourned at 12:05, 1:15 in the afternoon, June 16, 2026. Thank you and good afternoon.